Hello friends, we are back with our new video. If you find this helpful, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel and press on the bell icon for more updates. Before we begin, let's just recall what we discussed in part 1. First, we showed how to obtain country-wise COVID-19 data. The dataset includes information about a large number of countries. Then we showed how to obtain the time series for some specific countries. We illustrate the procedure with the data for India and the United States. Then one might be interested to plot the time series for a single country or two countries simultaneously. To do it simultaneously, it needs some further data processing, and we covered this. Finally, after processing the data, we obtained a data frame covid.table that has 3 columns. First one is date, second and the third columns include the daily number of new COVID-19 cases in India and the United States respectively. In part 2, we will first discuss step by step how to create a ggplot of the single time series, and we illustrate the case of India. Then we describe how to animate the ggplot and how to save the output as an MP4 file. Before we begin, we need the package ggplot2. We install it and call into R using the functions install.packages and library. Now we are ready to create the ggplot. In the console window, type ggplot covid.table, the final data frame within brackets, plus geom_line within aesthetics x equals to dates and y equals to cases.india divided by 1000. Here we want to plot the number of cases in thousands and hence divide the actual numbers by 1000. Now press enter. Okay, you get your first single time series plot. When I am saving the plot using ggsave, I choose height 12 inches and width 18 inches. Because we want the video to be in HD quality, we choose large dimensions. There are many things that we need to change. Let's do step by step. First, note that the line is very narrow and you might want to make it wider. Also, you might want to change the color, although changing the color is optional here. To change the color within geom_line outside aesthetics, add color equals to dark green within quotes. This changes the color of the line from black to dark green. If you want some other color, choose accordingly. Also, to make the line wider, add size equals to 2 outside aesthetics similar to color. If you want some different width, choose accordingly. Now press enter. Okay, you get your second time series plot. You can see that the line is wider and the color is dark green. Next, note that the axis titles and the axis labels are very small and you might want to enlarge them. To do that, add theme within brackets axis.text equals to element text size equals to 40 and axis.title equals to element text size equals to 40. If you want some different font size, choose accordingly. Now press enter. Okay, you get your third single time series plot. You can see that the font size of the axis and the axis title are much larger now. Next, note that the axis titles are just the names of the vectors. You might want to change them. Particularly, the x-axis title can be removed as it doesn't provide any extra information. For the y-axis, suppose you want to change the axis title to daily COVID-19 cases in thousands within brackets. To do that, add xlab within brackets null. This removes the x-axis title plus ylab daily COVID-19 cases in thousands within quotes. This replaces the y-axis title. Now press enter. Okay, you get your fourth single time series plot. You can see that the axis titles have changed. Next, note that the x-axis labels are at the gap of 3 months. You might want to change it, for example at the gap of 2 months. To do that, add scale x date breaks equals to 2 month within quotes, comma date labels equals to %b within quotes. The argument date breaks means the gap you want, and date labels is about how you want the labels to be plotted. To keep abbreviated month names, we need to set it to %b within quotes. For other options, check the details of the function scale x date. Also note that we are storing the layers so far into p0 for convenience, and we'll add the subsequent layers of animation on the top of p0. Print p0 prints the ggplot. Now press enter. Okay, you get your final single time series plot. The x-axis labels are now at the gap of 2 months. You might consider this plot for your publication. Further, we will discuss the steps of creating the animation. Before we proceed, we need the package gganimate. We install it and call into R using the functions install.packages and library. Now we are ready to create the animation. So with the ggplot object p0, add transition reveal within brackets dates. Here dates is the name of the first column of the data frame covid.table. There should not be any mismatch. Further, add labs within brackets title equals to date double dot, then frame along within curly brackets. Here the text date double dot will be added in the title just as a text. The curly brackets with frame along in between prints the entries of the data frame covid.table along which we are plotting the time series. Here the dates. Further, we also add theme plot.title equals to element text h just equals to 0.5. This places the title at the top center. Size equals to 40. This enlarges the font size of the title. Note that we store everything so far into the ggAnimate object p. Next, we need to save the animated object as an MP4 file. For this, we need the package AV. We install it and call into R using the functions install.packages and library. Further, we animate P using the function animate. Here we need to set the arguments for customized output. For example, if we want the MP4 file to have duration 20 seconds, we set duration equals to 20. To set the frames per second, we can set 20. The default is 10. We also set renderer equals to AV underscore renderer. This allows us to create an MP4 object. Otherwise, the default is a GIF file. Finally, we save the animated video by animsave filename equals to covid.india.mp4 within quotes, or you can choose your other file name, B. Okay, we are done. Now let's check how the animation looks.